Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here again. I'm back for another crafty video, and today we're doing another One Sheet Wednesday, One Sheet Wonder. So this is my prototype, and I'm going to show you how we make this. It's all made from one sheet of paper. This is the one, the kind of finished one that I've done. This one hasn't been. The only thing I haven't done on this is like stuck these down. So we open it up, and inside we have a tuck spot for a pocket for a item. Then we open this flap up, and we have another pocket here, and we have a pocket here. It's not going to come out because I bet it's glued in. Oh no, it's not glued in. There you go. So I've got a pocket there. So that's 3 pockets so far. Let's just pop that back in because it won't close otherwise. So that's what. So we've got 1, 2, and we've got this one here. That's 3. So, and then we're going to close that, and then we're going to flip it over, and we've got 4 on the back, and then we've got this one here that tucks inside here, and that's 5. So we've got a 5 pocket, bit of a flippy wallet thing. So I'll show you how to make that. So this is not my idea. I've made these before, and I think I've made them on my channel before. I couldn't find the video, but I'm sure I've made them. But I've just changed it up a bit, and also before, when I made them, I didn't make them as a one sheet wonder. I made them just as something to make. So I've kind of put it into my one sheet wonder collective now, and collection, sorry, and then I'll show you how to make it from one sheet of paper, and we'll do that now. So anyway, what we're going to do is, it's really simple. Okay, it's really simple, but it looks complicated. It looks confusing. So just think of that when I tell you try again. Think of that when I tell you what we're going to do, okay? Because it'll look complicated, but it isn't if you just follow it through. So I'm going to try and do it step by step, one at a time thing. Right, let's do it this way, because then any scores that we put down will become the, so as you press down it becomes the mountain. So if I do it this way, I'm going to fold it so that this piece is on the inside, if you know what I mean. So having it with the orientation of top at the top, bottom at the bottom, left at the left, left at the left, and right at the right. So now what we want to do is we want to score it at 6. Okay, and then we're going to turn it round so that the top is at the left. Okay, and we're going to score that at, sorry, have to kind of look at my notes. We're going to score that at 2.5. We'll score at 2.5. Then we're going to score at 7. And then we're going to score at 10. So I'll just say that again. So with the top at the left hand side, because I'm right handed, I'm scoring at 2.5, I'm scoring at 7, and I'm scoring at 10. Yep. So then what we're going to do is going to take that off the scoreboard, or however you were scoring it. Okay, and we're going to turn it round, and now what we've got is the top is at the top. You see, this is the top. This is the top, and this is the bottom. So you've got the 2.5 inch score line here. You've got the 7 inch score line here, and then you've got the 10 inch score line here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this panel off. But I'm not going to cross mark it because otherwise I won't be able to use it. What I am going to do is I'm going to try and put in those lines in pencil. He says looking at his pencil, to make sure that you can see it. I can't see it either at the minute, so I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, no I can't. Can I? How can I do that? Come back to you in a second. Okay, so I've done it so you can hopefully see it. So you see this line here and this line here. We're going to cut that out, and we're going to cut this one out as well. So remember, this is the top. So we're just going to cut this down. This is what's going to form your additional pocket. So this is not something to just cast away. These are going to be your additional pockets. Now, I have seen other people make this as well. Like I say, it's not my original idea. It's something I made a long time ago, probably at the start of my channel. And I've seen other people make it before and since. And I would give somebody kudos for it, but I don't remember who the first person was that I saw make it. So I'm going to put those to one side. And so you've got this shape now, okay? So this is the basic shapes that you've got, which means that you've got a top bit, which is going to be one of your flaps. You've got this central piece that when these two fold together, that's going to be your inner pocket. And then you've got a bottom bit that will form the other part. So what we're first going to do is we're going to fold it in half. Okay, I'm going to do a score on it. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do all of our other folds. We're just going to fold them in first so that we can get it used to being there. Doesn't matter which way you're folding it at the moment, we're just making some folds first. Okay, because this is the outside, so actually now I'm just going to do it again. And the reason why I'm doing it just back once and forth once is because what you'll find is you're going to get a better, the flaps will move better, more freely. Okay, so when I'm putting this like this, and when I'm folding this one down, remember this is going to be one of our top flaps. I'm finding it's just catching on there. So I'm just going to take a sliver, not slither, of card off there, just so that it doesn't buckle on it. Okay, so now let's just see. Yeah, that's much better. That folds down now. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to just fold these back on themselves. And again, if you're finding anything like catching, just adjust that. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be, so this is our top flap, okay, so one where we've cut one off, okay, and this is going to form our back pocket, okay, so this is going to be the one where, that's this one here, so where you pull out from the side, okay, so that's going to be our back pocket, okay, and then what we want to do is we want to fold this up, and that's going to be one of our other inner pockets, and then this is going to fold down, and that's going to be one of our other pockets as well. And then these extra pieces, these are going to go onto here and one onto the back, and they're going to form your additional pockets. But before we do that, what we're going to do is we're just going to flip this over, so there's now looking at the back, and this is, I'll try and keep the orientation, I realise this is confusing. This is our top flap, okay, we're just going to flip it over and we'll turn it this way, and we're going to put our thumb notch in here. Now you don't have to put a thumb notch in, but I just find that putting a thumb notch in just means that it helps you identify that there's a pocket there, okay. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my card on the back of it, wherever it's there it is, and up to that first, so that crease at that line there at the bottom of your back, I'm going to line that up before I take my thumb notch out, and that way then I can take it out of this piece and have it lined up as well. So I'm just going to flip it, get my thumb notch chomper thing, and then what we want to do is we want to find the middle of this back piece. So if we fold these pieces up, you should be able to give yourself a bit of a guidance on that. Doesn't matter if it's not in the middle. I'm going to take that out. Okay, so you see, if you see what I mean now, because I lined that up with the back, that means that's been cut out at the right point. I'm going to turn it back to the way we had it before. Okay, so remember now, if we look at it this way, we've got that top flap, which is our top flap, this piece. Okay, so that's this piece. Yeah, we've got our back piece, that these two pieces come together, and that's the pocket here. Okay, this flap here, that's this piece, this next flap, and then this whole bit, when it's stuck together, so when it's folded over, that's going to fold up and create this bottom pocket and this inner pocket here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to glue this. So if we open it up, we're going to glue this where the back is. So the back piece, this piece for sliding in. Now you'd think you'd want to glue at the bottom here, but you don't need to, because remember this is going to fold up. It's not going to fall out of the bottom there. What you want to do is you just want to glue across this top edge here. So again, opening out, this is the inner workings of it. We're just going to put a line of glue along there, keeping it to the edge as much as you can, just so that it doesn't get in the way of the mechanism of your pocket. Fold it over, and we're just going to put that in place. Okay, so remember that's not a pocket for here, that's a pocket for the back, because the pocket for this bit is created by folding this up. So what we just want to do before we glue anything down is we just want to put one of those creases in, giving it a bit of a memory about it being a folded pocket now. Yeah, and then before we actually glue it, what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up at the side here. Okay, and we're going to glue down this side here. We're just going to close that together. Yeah, and we're going to fold that up. Okay, so that's now a pocket. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a thumb notch in. I didn't, but I could. There you go, put a tiny thumb notch. So that just gives you an idea that it's a pocket. Should have done that before, and I didn't, but I've put it in now. It's not a great sorrow. So then what we're going to do is just move my glue out of the way. Now we're going to glue this into a pocket. So that's this bit here is going to have a line of glue down this side, up to this crease, and then a line of glue on this side, up to this crease. I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to glue that down. And again, just giving it a bit of a pinch, and that just gives it a presented pocket that way. Cool. So now what we've got is we've got the two flaps. So that's this one with a pocket here, and we've got this one with a pocket here. Okay, just be careful because it'll want to kind of spring back open, so you need to make sure that your glue is dry beforehand. Okay, so then what we've got is we've got this bottom bit here, and that's when you'll have the two. You've got the one that you took the notch out of, if you did it my way. You took the notch out of, and then you've got this one, which is a smaller piece, and then this is what's going to form your other pocket. Now I'm going to do it that way. I was thinking of doing it that way, but no, I prefer it that way. So again, I'm just going to take a notch out at the top of here. I'm going to put that on there, and that's going to be our other pocket. Okay, so just to be able to identify its edge, I'm just going to put some ink on it. In fact, I'm going to go for a darker ink. Now you could of course have inked all of these edges, but I'm just doing it and showing you the way to get all the pieces in the right place first. Because what I am going to do is I'm going to make you another one again. I'm going to make it together, and I'm going to ink it as we go this time. So the reason why I want to make another one is just so you know what you're doing. So glue down this side, across the bottom this time, because you need to make sure this stuff doesn't fall out the bottom. You can have a straight line, I can't, clearly. And then we're going to pop that onto here. Again, just pinch it to present it. Okay, so that's that piece. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over. I'm going to put this piece on the back, which should line up with that punched out bit there, which it does. Again, I'm just going to ink that so you can see it. And then again, we're just going to do down the side, just below the punch line, across the bottom and up the side. Again, we're just going to pop that on there, line it up with that punched notch bit. There we go. So, and then we could of course round our corners, but now what we've got is we've got the pocket here. So let me just get you something to pop in there so you can see. We've got a pocket here. Yeah, we've got a pocket here. Pocket here, that's our 3. Yeah, then we've got one on the back, that's the 4, and then we've got one inside, and that's the 5. So I'll show you that again by doing it, and this time I'm going to slow it down by inking it as well. Okay, so this time I'm going to use, let's use one of these pieces. Yeah, let's use this. Okay, so again, same measurements. Okay, so first line with the top at the top and the bottom at the bottom. We've got 6 inches. And then what we're going to do is going to turn it anti-clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever you want to call it, so that the top is at the left hand side. And you're going to go 2.5, you're going to go 7, and you're going to go 10. And let's take the scoreboard away and we'll do that and put those lines in. So we're just going to put, so you're going to choose now which side you want on the outside. We'll have this side on the outside. I'm going to put those score lines in. Okay, so again, like what we're going to do is we're going to take the top left hand out and the bottom right hand out. So we're just going to cut those out. So I'm just going to cut along that line. Not easy to see in this light. It might look very bright to you, and it is quite bright to me, but sometimes it's too bright and I can't actually see what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. So that's that piece out. So that's the top left hand piece out. And then we want to take the bottom right hand piece out. Okay, and again we're just going to fold those back on themselves, because it all makes it easier to fold them if you've got multi-directional folding on it. But this is the way it's going to go. So this is going to be the outside, and this is going to be the inside. So we're going to fold it over. Okay, remember this is the back panel, this piece, large piece here, this is the back panel, this is the front of it. So this is the front that forms the pocket. So we don't want the thumb notch in this side, we want it in the back bit. Okay, so we're going to flip it over. We're going to put our bigger piece of the two on. I'm just going to trim off my wonky line. You can leave your wonky line if you like. There, okay. Decide which way round I want it. That way round or that way? That way, I think, this time. I'm going to pop that on there, up to that crease line, line it up with that edge, and then we're going to take a notch out of here. We'll go for somewhere in the middle. Okay, like that. Okay, then we can take that off for the time being. Okay, and then we're going to turn that over. Okay, so remember this is going to fold up, and that's going to be your inner pocket. Okay, but this one, what we want to do is we just want to make sure that it kind of sits nicely. So line this side up and then just recrease those pieces, because it's a double fold of card. It's not something you would normally do, is double fold card, but we're doing it in this instance. And then this is the bit where I missed it before. We're going to take a thumb notch out of here. In fact, I might take a bigger thumb notch than that out. Just open it up and see if we can get a bigger one. Everybody wants a bigger one. There we go. Cool. So back to the orientation it was. So this is the inside, remember, this is the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to just glue that top line here. So that's our top line that creates our back pocket. Yep. And then if you look now, so that's the top line that creates the back pocket. You don't need a run of glue down here. All you're going to do is just going to encroach on the width of the pocket you've got. Okay. So then the other piece that you're going to glue is, so we're going to put some glue here, and I'll put a line on it because you're not going to see it. It's going to get closed up. So that's going to have glue there. We're also going to put a line of glue down here, preferably not quite such a wiggly line. Okay. And that's our 2 parts of glue at the moment. So we'll do that. So line of glue down here. And then we're going to do the glue now this time here. Okay, then when we close these together, we're just squeezing that bit together for the time being, and we're squeezing that bit together. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of glue here up to this here. Try and make sure that closes properly. Yes, it does. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to put a run of glue up here and a run of glue up here. But you know what I didn't do? Didn't do any inking again, Dave. You idiot. Okay, so we're going to put that, I'm going to close that there. Didn't put any glue, any ink on that bit, on the inner pocket. Should have done. I did say I was going to, but I didn't. So I'm just going to use that as a mat, just to stop it from going on the back bit. Okay. So that's our bottom pocket with the pocket here. Oh, glue did not glue. You just need to be careful when you're pulling it apart and the glue hasn't had a chance to dry. So that's our inner pocket here. So that's this one here. That's your inner pocket. Yeah. That's going to close down and become the top flap to the inner pocket. Okay, then when we open it up, we've got this pocket here. Okay, and then we've got the smaller piece that we're going to put on here, which is going to be our other pocket. I think I'm going to put it around this way this time, just because it's a nice contrast. I'm going to put a thumb notch in there, and then we're going to ink that bit. Get some darker stuff. Ink on that bit. I'm going to just go around it and make it inky. Might be a bit dark for some people, but I like it. Got that kind of scorched look, burnt look. I love that. That sounds like I'm a pyromaniac. I don't mean it to come out quite so badly as it sounded. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Again, try and glue it on the right side, Dave. All the way across the bottom and up the side. Pop that onto the bottom there. Okay. We're going to flip it over. Then we're going to do the back bit. Okay. Again, should have done these edges, but I'm going to just do it as a whole thing. Also kind of presents the thumb notch thing. Do these edges across the top. I'll do these front bits in a minute. We're going to do this bit. So again, what we want to do is we want to put it on like that. Just going to take that very top edge off where it's got the crease on it. Get that off. Again, put some ink on it. Across the bottom. Oh. Don't be quite so heavy-handed as... Oh, look, that very heavy-handed as I am. But, you know, if you are, then great. Join the club. Hello, I'm here for you. So, the other thing I'm going to do on this one is I'm just going to take a thumb notch out of the top bit here. Again, just to present it as a pocket. Don't have to, entirely up to you. I'm going to pop that on there. Just below the thumb notch. Across the bottom and up the side. Stick it onto there. Line it up with your thumb notch. There we go. That's that. Put some more ink across this top bit. Down the side. Across here. And down this side. Right, on these, I'm going to just round this corner. With my corner rounder. No, don't want to apply. On here as well. Do the same on this one. And then we're just going to ink this. That's this bottom edge, up the side. Same on this, across this bottom edge, across the edge, across the bottom edge. Dave can't talk, can't think, can't speak, can't be anything. So there we go. So we've got a little line there. So that's our pocket there. Let's just go through these. Pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. Close those bits up, flip it over, pocket here, and pocket here. There. Okay, so then the only other thing to do is to secure it. So you could just wrap some string around it and tie it like that. You could put a hole in this and tie it and secure it like that. I've used Velcro dots. That's what I used, but what I did was actually used half. So, because I'm being frugal, you know, I like to be frugal. Try not to cut my thumb off is the answer. So, cut that in half. Open that up. So I got the back bit on it. Where is the back bit? Oh, that one doesn't have the back bit, which is just typical, isn't it? And that one's not quite lined up. Let's use this one. There we go. So, that one with the back bit. Okay, so the clear bit, the clear bit is the bit that I always have on the bit where you're going to see it. And the white hairy bit is the bit on the inner flap what you not going to see. Just line it up like that, stick it down to there, and then gently open that up. So you see, you don't see that as much, and then you open that one up and you do the same on the other one. If you can hear what sounds like thunder, by the way, it's not. It's Vic playing Diablo. I'm sure the neighbours absolutely love us. So. Again, just inside there, stick it down on there, peel it off, there we go. So you just don't see it quite as much, it's not quite straight, but never mind. And that's it, so there you go, we've made two. Here's the other one. I'm going to leave this one as is. Just going to stick this down. And then we've made 2 in whatever time I've managed to do this in. But it's not a race. We're not here to race through it and see what we can do in the shortest space of time. We're seeing what we can make with 1 sheet of paper. So, and you could use some single-sided for this, because the inner bits are the inner bits. So all these inner bits you don't really need any kind of decoration on. There we go. So pop that one down, pop that one down. So we've got that, and we've got that one. There we go. So there we go. 2 nice little wallets, some 5-pocket flippy flappy wallety things. Flippy flappy wallety things, whatever they are. Dave? And that's it. Oh, I can't get that in there now. There we go. So that was one of them. That's the other one. I've got 4 of them now. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the look. Oh, those 2 are the same. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's something you'll give it a go of. You can do whatever you like. I just embellished mine with a few bits that I had lying around. And actually that's just some paper out of a magazine. So anyway, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, my name is Dash of Dave. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, because that's the only way I can tell that you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and comment if you wish. I'm catching up on comments. It's taken me a while, but I will get there. And I will see you all in the next video. Lots of love from me. Don't forget, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. And I'll see you very soon. Take care, folks. See you soon. Bye. Lots of hugs. See you soon. Bye.